want to do gags for guests, which is just what you would do with a guest to throw them off, engage them. Stupider the better. Could be interactive. Could be a great word.
The delightful thing about the writer's room for the Eric Andre show is there's like a trust and respect, I think, amongst everybody in the room.
A hole opens in the desk, and then this butt comes up, and then it farts, and he blows bubbles with the fart.
That's what I'm into that.
The microphone has a little mouth that keeps biting Eric's face.
I like that.
On the diving board, and it goes sprongy, sprongy, and then you like cannonball onto your desk.
Maybe like an animal trainer comes out, a snake expert. He gets a snake bite, he makes the guests suck out the venom. He's like, you gotta suck it out.
You write it and you're like, this is gonna be so funny, and then you're just like, you're putting yourself through the 7th gate of hell.
Like you almost coming out of the water, like with cement shoes on and a fish on your shoulder. Oh yeah. Like, they tried to kill me.
Coming from home, that shit concrete, bro.
A wrecking ball that just in the middle of the interview.
You know, civic engineers when they like have those tripods set up.
Yeah, the land surveyors.
Survey says it's time for surveys.
Just another god in the quad.
Looking for more fun
to watch shut time.
Exterior New York City street, a Mark is moving fragile boxes into an apartment building. Eric's head pops out of a hidden hole in the bench.
Hey, it's me, the bench Mitch.
Don't take the stairs, take the bench. Don't worry, I brought you some sandwiches. They're a little soggy.
And Mark tells Eric that they don't need any help.
This is for real, my mom. This is my mom. My mom takes a wrong turn on the highway. She goes, well, the car's getting exercise.
We do all the pranks in New York. And this year we shot a couple days in Newark. People are not expecting pranks to like be going off in Newark.
There's a camera here, one in the corner, one up there, and then there'll be 3 cameras on the street. Man.
Let's do it. Lock down, lock down.
And action Eric.
Hello! Oh my god.
Maybe she reminds you of your daughter.
You remind me of my daughter.
What's been like the craziest thing so far?
You know, like his like Sprite character?
That's my son calling.
Okay. The judge says I'm not allowed to talk to Daddy on weekends.
And then like we had all these like hoses and he was like peeing blood and like diarrhea on people and people were like freaking out. Like that was great. That was great.
What are we watching?
Burn up! That's a beautiful theme song.
It's hard to find on the music library stuff that's this good.
Why is he bald and golden?
Every season, Eric changes his look significantly.
This is Dan's idea. He goes, 1 year you should have long hair and 1 year you should pick it bald.
So this year, he's going to gain weight.
Pizza's good.
Shave his head.
It's very like Holy Mountain, like, oh yeah.
Tan his whole body.
You wanna get my back, sweetheart?
He's gonna go to the spa every week and get a mani and pedi. He's also going to whiten his teeth.
Some people get extreme discomfort. Some people feel nothing.
We're gonna use Nair on his legs. And he's gonna go and get waxed.
Just take a deep breath and count from 1 to 3 for me.
Oh, 1, 2, 3 for you. Great, great. Uh-huh.
You want something to hold it?
Yeah, like a teddy bear?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. The counting is gonna start soon, huh? I can tell. When do you want me to start counting?
Start counting.
3, 2, 1.
What did you do? That's for season 5 of the Eric Andre show. Yeah, and I'm getting a spray tan right now.
Why?
That's part of the show.
Okay, you want me to hang up?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, love you, Mom. Talk to you tomorrow.
Not sure how to hang up.
Eric, as a kid, was a handful. He was like in the terrible 2s from 6 months to 6 years.
Yes.
You're going to edit this, I assume.
$120,000 worth of music school. I don't do a thing with it.
I want him to go to medical school. This guy cannot go to medical school. He's not smart, but he doesn't like it.
Yeah, you wanted me to go to medical school, too. Like, boring.
Eric's really different than the character he plays on the show. He's like much more serious and he like works way harder. But he did really set himself on fire, so there's that.
So I started doing comedy in 2003.
Somebody hide us! Hide us, hide us, hide us, hide us!
Kept like fantasizing about totally insane talk show. We found this abandoned bodega that was being used as a punk rehearsal space. And then we just hung drapes and like went for it. Which had Hannibal, and Hannibal wasn't famous at the time.
After a while, I learned that I could just play the camera and do my own thing, and it could be completely independent of the scene. But it's been a fun ride, man. But I'm almost 40. It's time to do something else.
What should I do? Get yourself together. Start all over. Move to Philly. Buy a loft. Just paint.
Everybody passed on it except Adult Swim. They loved it.
The Eric Andre Show!
The show's only 11 minutes long, and there's a lot of jokes in here.
It's like when Bad Brains came out, they said they wanted to be the fastest band in the world. I wanted the fastest show in the world.
I love his show. I mean, I cringe at some of the on-the-street stuff. It makes me nervous that he's going to hurt himself.
Squirt something at me again, I'll break your face.
Dude, I'm saying that...
I'm warning you.
Dude,
I don't care who you are.
Dude, I'm
Walk away.
I'm Mike Peanut. All right. I've already pushed beyond, you know, I've already been injured and been arrested.
Don't take me, brother.
Oh, that f***ing sucked.
Crystal figurines everywhere, glass shelf with fine china on it.
We discovered Liberace this year. He's been dead since 1987.
He's a strange
man from another era.
You like that? Pretty good.
Steel Deck allows for so many more crazy, unexpected pranks on these real celebrities, and that's where the stakes of the studio comes from.
Nice talking to
I
you.
think some of what I enjoy very much is some of the times that he makes guests uncomfortable.
There are times when I watch a show and I'm like, I can't imagine what it must be like to be on the receiving end of this bit.
How many eggs you got, man?
You gotta be really easygoing when you come to the Eric Andre show.
You would never see any other late night show host make their guests feel uncomfortable.
Interviews can last between 45 minutes and an hour. The reason why we shoot for so long is because celebrities aren't used to being in the hot seat for such an extended period of time. Their defenses just start breaking down, and you start seeing the person behind the facade. We call it pinwheeling, like when your computer freezes.
No, I wasn't expecting none of that.
One of the scariest moments of my life. I didn't know what was going to happen next.
I didn't watch any of the episodes, so I didn't know what to expect.
That was crazy. I honestly had no idea what to expect, like each second for the next. The minute I thought like he's just around, then he pissed in the cup.
I was not ready for this.
They never told me to wear something with stain resistant. And then my man with the beans in the corner.
People ever leave, or can they not?
T.I. left and Lauren Conrad left.
I mean, 2 out of however many, that's pretty good.
2 out of, we do 20 a season, so 2 out of 80, that's not bad.
Rapper Warrior Ninja was one of my favorite bits.
Should we reprise Rapper Warrior Ninja?
100%.
I don't know what to expect. But from watching the show, I think it's best to not know what to expect.
Spinning around, we're cattle prodding them, we're blowing them with the leaf blower with the toilet paper.
Hey, Andre, I never come to this shit ever again, you bitch.
All right, here we go. Rehearsal's up. This is a stunt. All right, so today is day 1 of our set destruction.
This pillar is made out of styrofoam. There's a section that's got a load in it.
Breaking through the desk and breaking through the Hector. Reminder that nudity and explicit language happen at any time, so if you guys have any concerns with that, please talk to production.
Action chainsaws.
That's a popcorn.
We'll bring him back to life.
Your neck or anything?
No, just my hair.
Can I feel it?
Yeah.
All around here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have a concussion.
Yeah.
My vision went blurry. Doug was talking to me and I was having crazy thoughts. My brain is bruised. I hurt myself every year. It sucks. It has to end because of production. What do we do? I'm not allowed to do stunts.
Why do you push yourself so hard?
I think anything you gotta like outdo yourself every year. Plus, you know you're gonna look back on your life with like a work that you're proud of. So I'm never gonna like phone it in. So I'm hard on myself. Let's see, guys.
And let's give it up for Judy Gray! That's a series right now.
Absolutely. And my man with the beans.
Hey guys, welcome to the Eric Andre panel. My name is David Gborie. I'm your moderator. Let's meet your panelists. First, we have creator and executive producer of the Eric Andre Show, Eric Andre.
Hello.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, I got some knives. I'm good.
I love your stove.
Thank you, man. I cook on it. I'm good like that. Guys, next we have director and executive producer of the Eric Andre Show, Kitao Sakurai.
What up? Thanks for having me.
Hey. And finally, last but not least, executive producer, head writer, craft punk, Dan Curry.
Hi.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Pretty good. Showing.
Ooh, are you asking us or are you asking
Yeah,
Zoomiverse?
I can't see anyone but you, baby.
There's millions of people watching. Billions.
No, I only have eyes. How's everybody feeling though? You guys good?
Yeah, feeling good. I mean, like, you know, the world's falling apart, but besides that.
Oh, word? Anyways.
Yeah, man. You should read a newspaper.
I don't do magic. Hey guys. Season 5 looks wild as hell. I guess my first question, was there anything left on the cutting room floor that you want to like talk about but you couldn't put in the season?
It usually belongs on the cutting room floor at the end of the day. Oh, I think my parents, Kitao, there was a bit where we had this little tiny, we reversed the race of my actual parents.
Yeah,
we had this little tiny loud Jewish guy and this very tall, much bigger than the Jewish guy, black woman. And they played my parents in the Naya Rivera interview and a few other interviews. And they got cut just for time. That was like the most painful darling that we killed because they were really funny as a couple. And they would like French kiss and like yell at each other and yell at me for smoking pot. And like, and they had I found these. And they found doobies under my bed and they would interrupt the interviews. And then like the little Jewish guy would get on the big black woman's shoulders and like she would piggyback ride him out of the interview. And I'd be like, oh, come on, mom and dad, you're embarrassing me. But I feel like, don't we have them in some promo or something? We want them back. They're amazing. And it was just a painful reality of a quarter-hour television show you have to cut.
They just didn't fit. But yeah, I miss them. I miss them terribly.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have them back. I found these.
There was a question where Eric described how good. It's not a question. Eric talked about how good he'd be at war. That I thought was funny.
Oh yeah.
That was a darling, and it was funny.
Yeah. I think that only got cut because of time as well.
Yeah.
It was like a long run on. I was going to Diane Guerrero. I was going, I'd be sick at war, dude. I took out a gun in Vietnam. I'd be like, turn around, shoot my own generals. They'd be like, Eric, stop. I'd be like, fuck you. I'd be sick at war. And I go on a whole like fifth grader diatribe about how I think like war is just like a cool bunch of backflips and Rambo shootouts. But it was just too long, and we had to cut it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So you gained a bunch of weight this season. What was the hardest?
A little bit of weight.
Just a little bit of weight, but you also shaved everything. What was the hardest part about turning yourself into a chubby, bald baby man? Was it worth it? And is your ball bag still smooth?
I'm hairy and gross again.
Old school.
It was gross looking and feeling like that, especially when season 5 wrapped and the adrenaline wore off and I started my tour. I just looked like Kojak drowned in a swimming pool. I looked like fucking. I was like ashamed of myself. It was just depressing. And I gained only like 20 pounds. I was like, at first, I was like, I'm going to gain 60 pounds like Christian Bale in Vice. And first of all, why name a movie about Dick Cheney Vice when there's Vice magazine and Viceland? A, that's super confusing. B, his name is Dick. Name the movie Dick. I thought that was such a missed opportunity, unless there was a version where the movie was Dick and the studio was like, we cannot name the movie Dick.
There's a movie.
Only excuse.
There's a Richard Nixon movie called Dick.
Is there?
They're already Kirsten Dunst and someone else.
Well,
we should stay on this for another 10 minutes, definitely.
They should have named it.
I want to settle the score here.
You could call it Dick Deuce.
Dick Deuce. That's what I said. Dick Deuce. All right, let's go around the Zoom and pitch alternative titles. Nice.
The Dickening.
The Dick Vinci Code.
Ooh, Big Trouble in Little Dick China. Nope. Didn't work. I got another question. So I know it's a really limited crew when it comes to actually choosing like what airs and writing all the sketches themselves. What's the process of paring down, going from that wall full of ideas you had to like what gets into the show? How do you pare it all down?
Oh, like from the writing to what we shoot?
Yeah.
Or what we shoot from what we edit. Me, Kitao, and Dan rehearse a bunch of we put our like absolute favorites up on that wall, and we try to put in like 11 segments per episode, and then we have like a few like hanging out, and then it's a combination of like Kitao, Dan, and I rehearsing the segments and seeing if they're like funny in real life, because some stuff is just funny on paper and it won't translate to the television. And then also we'll also our producer will come in and go, guys, this is like $1 million for this 30-second bit. We cannot afford this. So it's a combination of like just having expensive taste that we can't afford that cuts it down, and then like rehearsing and whittling and retooling stuff to figure out what's actually going to be funny and not. And we don't always get that right, and we've kind of learned the hard way. We got it right the most this season. I think we yielded the highest success rate as far as shooting pranks.
Oh, yeah, good to know. Next thing I got is so I saw diarrhea, cockroaches, Felipe Esparza. I'm seeing all the elements come together, and I'm realizing like, oh man, they're trying to make people fuck to this season. So I guess my main question is, do you have any words of advice for all the new parents who will come out of viewing season 5 of Eric
Oh, geez, I don't know. I mean, the question is more entertaining than any answer.
That question's hard to follow with an answer.
What do we say?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have kids and I don't have any advice.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that was.
People aren't banging more to season 5 than other seasons. Is that what your thesis is?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it matters what you're watching when you're boning. You could watch my Magnum PI or this or anything. It's all going to be the same.
You're in the primal parts of your mind.
Okay.
You're in your reptilian brain. You're just like,
and one sperm's gonna win, and that's it. You can't decide.
No, we're all those winner sperms.
We're winners. Everyone's a winner.
I have some crowd questions now. Is there a crowd to this? Is that what we're doing? I have crowd questions. Eric.
Nobody's watching this, by the way.
Nobody's watching this.
Like rediscovered. What was that movie, Dan? No, Jacob's Ladder.
Jacob's Ladder, yeah.
Because the whole movie. Jacob's Ladder is always like, I ran into Jimmy Kimmel, and it turned out he was a fan, and I started doing that impression of him to him, and he was like, Also, he hasn't been on the Jacob's Ladder set for 35 years. He's made like 200 movies since then. So he's like, wait, what? And I was like, you know, that movie where you're like, that movie's cool as shit. I love that movie.
Yeah, sure.
Gave me the heebie-jeebies, man. That movie.
I always thought that was a penis piercing, a Jacob's Ladder. Is that not true?
That is also true.
Same Jacob?
Different Jacob.
Okay, makes sense.
It might be a biblical Jacob. I don't know.
Same Jacob, different ladder. If you know what
I mean. Yeah, Stairway to Heaven.
Jacob, son of Abraham.
I'm glad nobody's watching this.
Yeah, I'm glad nobody's watching this.
This is a rehearsal, right?
Yeah. All right, I got a question here.
What are you listening to in your headphones? Pantera?
I'm broken.
Rob Zombie.
I'm broken. I'm broken.
I think that's a Kenny Lofton song. All right. Kalo asks, how many times has Eric gone to the hospital from injuries?
I think just once.
Twice.
No.
Season 4.
Well, you cut your hand really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's one, for the when Eric is like buying a car and then smashes like the car's windows, like there was an instance where like Eric put his hand through the window and like totally slashed his hand all up, and that was actually a pretty big deal, because that halted production for a few days actually, right?
For the day, it definitely
it wasn't good.
Yeah, it was bad.
I tried to film after I got stitches, but it was all for naught.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, a lot of bad
I injured myself a couple times, but just didn't go to the hospital. Maybe I should have. Like Vivica Fox, I remember jumping on the desk and going through the desk and landing on cement, and just like my spine was like, I had like the Elephant Man's spine for the rest of the week.
I like that. You go real hard. I got another. Someone named the Gravel Pit, Wu-Tang Forever Dog, asks, how did you get Lizzo to agree to do Bird Up?
Kitao and I were friends with Lizzo before she was famous. Kitao's closer to her than I was, but we literally just texted her, like, hey, you want to come do the show? And she's like, yeah, cool.
Oh, shit.
Like, we used to just eat fried chicken with her and like listen to flute music at Kitao's house with her. And then the next day she had like 14 Grammys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how that goes.
We got in on the ground floor.
If you're texting her, maybe drop a pic of me. Just let her know.
Who says we haven't already?
Man, that's why I fuck with you guys, man.
Hey, Lizzo, check this out.
Hey, it's just like me eating a sandwich.
Yeah.
All your knives.
All my knives?
A picture of all your knives, yeah.
Ladies love sharp knives. I know that. I know that. All right, we got Omega BR asks, how did you find the house band?
Omega BR.
Was that Craigslist, Kitao? How did we find the house band?
That was like this season's house band was the most involved kind of operation. Like, it was a combination of some Craigslist, but also like reaching out to other musicians. Like, this season we had this idea of not having any of the musicians like speak English. Like we went for all like an entirely Japanese cast. And like half of the people coming like knew they were on a show, and the other half like didn't know they were on a show, and like the main band lady who came on thought she was going to be on like a game show. So like people were very confused when they arrived on set. Like they didn't know what was going on.
We're kind of pranking the band in a way. Like,
yeah, we're definitely pranking the band.
It's a very nuanced approach to filmmaking.
Yeah, we had a very convoluted system of like, we had like a translator who I was like talking to on walkie-talkie, and he would like translate what I was saying into Japanese, and like that's just
but
like
also Kitao speaks Japanese, but like a third grade level Japanese, so he was like chiming in sorta.
Yeah,
it was like a
after lunch I came out and I was like trying to sort of speak in Japanese. It was like sort of working, and they were like, who are you now? You know,
they didn't know who was running the show.
Yeah, it was
different people.
Yeah, it was chaos.
Talking to them.
All right, I like it. We have here Terry Dactyl asks.
That's a good username.
That's not a good. You don't see how it's spelled.
That is a good
Terry D.
Who was one of the hardest guests to get on the show, and was it worth it?
Who was hard? I don't know. They're all kind of hard to get on the show.
I remember like Dennis Rodman being very particular. Like, he had to like have like a bunch of like cash or something.
Oh yeah, we could only pay him in cash.
What?
We had to pay him 5 times the amount. Maybe I shouldn't say any of this, but
yeah, that's all secret stuff. I took a picture of the cash handoff, or did I? I don't know. I might have it in my phone.
No one was paid anything.
Nobody knows.
They did it for promotional reasons.
Yeah, he was a strange cat, daddy-o.
He makes me uncomfortable.
I'm just happy to get people, you know? Like, so, like, if someone's, like, elusive, it's almost just like they're going to do it or they're not, so.
The late Richard Hatch from Battlestar Galactica, right?
Battlestar 10, yeah.
Took a very violent defecation in front of me and Dan in the bathroom.
Whoa, yeah. Door open?
Well, he was just chatting, but he was like... his anus was dilated while he was
like a generational dump. You know, like older teenager guys are like, no, guys can take huge shits in front of each other and just act like it's not happening. And I'm like, what? Like washing my hands.
Could you do an impression, maybe, of the sounds?
He was like, hey, thanks for having me on your show. Oh, man, I'm looking forward to getting to hijinks with you guys. And me and Dan were like, yeah, we'll talk after. The dump is after.
We'll talk after. Yeah.
We'll talk after. We'll get into it after. You can drop off first, and then we'll get into it. Let's separate
classy.
These events. Thinking like hell too. I was like, yeah, I'm just washing my hands, man. We'll chat it up. We'll hash it out later.
Oh man. I love shit.
Maybe I should have told that story.
No, that's a great story.
R.I.P.
Memo Grajeda asks, are there any old skits that you would do differently now?
All of them. Season 1 and 2, there's like a combo platter of like pranking the guest, then like the Lorenzo Lamas Lance Reddick version where they're kind of doing like a little bit. Now we only prank the guests because we realize when we do like the Lorenzo Lamas shtick and the Lance Reddick kind of thing, it compromises, it muddies it visually for the viewer. Like, okay, wait, that wasn't a prank, but the next one is a prank. So is this all a prank? Are none of these a prank? Now we only prank guests season 3 on. I mean, we were pranking the majority of the guests throughout, but just those little Lorenzo Lamas kind of sketches. We don't really do sketches anymore because they're kind of low stakes compared to the pranking the celebrities and the hidden camera pranks we do on the street. And then like even we had these things we called them palette cleansers. They were just like little cool visuals that kind of worked season 1 when we shot in that lo-fi kind of like retro look, but they're not that interesting now. The show has just evolved, I think, but Yeah, I want to shoot a lot. We kind of only do pranks now because it's kind of there's nothing more high stakes.
Nice.
Yeah. Good answer.
Yeah, I think when the show started out, there was like, you know, the main conceit was that it's like this talk show, and the interstitials and like the street bits were kind of like a little secondary to that, I think. But then as the show evolved, those street bits and pranks like took on way more importance and like kind of developed a voice of their own.
That's nice. Good to know. I got another question here. Benji Toby asks, what was the most expensive bit to film?
Oh. What was the most expensive bit to film? I don't know. Animals are always really expensive.
Squibs, I bet you shooting Hannibal was pricey.
Oh, maybe the Eraserhead shootout. Wasn't that like a
the Eraserhead shootout.
Wasn't that expensive? No, it might be a street bit though. I don't know.
Bear?
Well,
I mean, Bear I regret.
The Bear might be expensive.
The Bear season 1 was expensive, and it was like not.
we might have topped that price tag. I'll be honest with you. What do you think, Kitao?
I mean, well, I don't want to talk about it because it hasn't aired yet. But like the pageant
expensive thing.
Oh, the pageant.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we won't ruin any surprises, but we have a very
we were throwing money.
We were throwing money at this. We have a very expensive.
we were throwing money at.
There was a scene. You'll see it.
We'll send you. We'll put the spreadsheets up online. You can go through.
Yeah. We'll talk to the line producer, and we'll
we'll
get a red pen, and we'll go through.
We'll mail you a red pen and get you like matched up with a line producer on Line Producer Tinder, and then you can go over the spreadsheets that we.
With your accountant or your parents, whatever you like. You really
maybe take them into an H&R Block and kind of sift through them. Pretty tedious.
It's what we want, really, you to get into the show.
Takeaway.
That's why I do the show, so you can get into math.
I love math. Lauren Cleese asks, specifically Eric, what were you like in high school?
Mm-hmm. It was very hyper and very sweaty, and very anxious. But I was always class clown. But I was like, the cat is out of the bag, Jerry.
You're just ripping Looney Tunes. You're just ripping Looney Tunes bits as a kid. That was your thing.
Yeah, I was bad. I got like good grades and bad conduct grades. I don't know if that's a Florida specific thing, but they would give you, they would grade your conduct 1 through 4.
Who knew
4 being the highest?
Who knew Florida had extra grades? Adrian Rosas wants to know, how do you guys construct the set so fast?
It's very slow, actually.
Meaning, I think maybe he means like the rebuild.
Yeah, I think so.
TV magic.
Yeah, that's very TV magic. Like when the set rebuilds around Eric, that's like, it takes like hours and hours and hours to orchestrate all those elements of like the curtain and the, you know, like the desk and like everything coming in. It takes like 50 people like pushing pulls.
It's happening in real time though. But
yes,
but to set it up
right
is very, very time consuming for our art department. But that unfurling of the curtain and the desk coming in and stuff like that, all that's happening in real time.
Yeah.
Nice. Nathan Shapiro, these people love money, asks, how do you go about securing release forms and paying off?
What is that supposed to mean, David?
Whoa.
Nathan Shapiro, these people love money?
These people?
Whoa.
What are you trying to say here, David?
Come on, brother. It's not that kind of party. I'm just, I love.
Are you dog
whistling?
whistling?
Whoa. Dude, I love Seinfeld. I love it.
Oh, Seinfeld, the show that Steve Bannon received.
Yeah,
David, you're going to tell the fans to stand down and stand by.
Yeah. Listen, no, I'm not going to do
will set you free, right, David?
Proud Boys help. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do anything like that, guys. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm apolitical, dog.
What's that money question?
That money question.
Shapiro.
How do you go? It's two parts. How do you go about securing release forms and paying off stores that you break stuff in? Or in general, how much do you usually have to pay in legal fees?
We try not to pay anything in legal fees, you said. Because our consulting the lawyer about the script. But you usually when I'm breaking something, we'll pay the location. This is a little like ruining the magic, I think, but you asked, Mr. Shapiro. We pay for the location. We'll bring in the stuff that I'm breaking. Then we bring in marks that we're pranking, but they don't know that it's not the regular store's furniture. Then I come in, destroy all the furniture, and then afterwards the release forms. It's an art of seduction. You're just begging people that you just terrorized to sign a little piece of paper, and they don't always do it. And sometimes they do, and you just have to have really good release PAs that can put on the charm and calm the people down after we do the prank. So one year we had a squirting release form. We would like prank people squirt water out of the release form. It's like a little clipboard with a paper on it, and like that was short-lived. It was very short-lived.
Kind of defeated the self-defeating release form.
How to sabotage a bit.
All right, we're almost done, guys. Next question. Ali Diasato asks, in all caps, is Hannibal gone for good in season 5?
I guess we'll have to wait till the whole season airs to find out.
I guess so. Ali. Stand by, stand down.
Stand by.
Everything's A-okay, Daddy. Guys, we made it to the end. I just have one more final question that I wrote.
Yeah.
And that is, in summation, should we kiss?
Right, yeah, the portal?
Yeah, should we kiss?
Of course.
Yeah, I came in early. That was eager.
Gotta get the internet 101.
Yeah. They want to see. They want to. Let's just take it all out. Let's go. Let's just go. Let's just go. That's what I'm talking about. Get naked till Kate Renata plays. Are you doing it? Oh shit.
Oh Jesus.
Oh
Dan's
shit.
been training for this.
Yeah, I've been training. I love that movie. You can see me get fatter throughout the season. It opens up with me all like, I'm going to be in shape this year. Like in the writer's room, and then like later on the street, I'm just like, ugh. Oh, that guy's with you. You got the guy with you.
Oh no! Oh
I am you now.
Oh man!
I am part of you now.
All right, guys, that was the Eric Andre panel. Stay tuned for Kate Renata up next.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, David, for doing this.
Thank you, David. Were people watching this? It's hard to tell on Zoom.
Yeah.
It's like my kid goes to Zoom school.